Hey guys, how you going? Hope you're all doing very well. This afternoon I'm going to be doing another movie review. This movie is a sci-fi thriller from the United States, English language, released in the year 2019, directed by Zach Lupovsky and Adam B. Stein, and this film is called Freaks. So Freaks opens up with a father and daughter, and the father is paranoid. He says that the daughter cannot go outside because she goes outside, there's going to be a lot of trouble, she's in a lot of danger. So we don't know what's going on, but all we know is that there could be a threat outside, or it could be a father's paranoia, basically being overprotective to the point of mentally ill. So this girl is becoming increasingly fascinated by the outside world. She's looking through the window, she sees that it appears to be normal enough, but she's very skeptical about setting foot outside. But then as each day passes, she starts to get these mysterious books from an ice cream man. Now, a man who drives this ice cream truck, he's always hanging around the house, and this girl wants to know what this guy's all about. And so she ends up creeping outside, much to the fury of the father, and this is where the girl is going to realise the truth as to why she is not allowed outside. So what that truth is something you're going to have to find out for yourself, because that's as far as I'm going with my synopsis. Now my thoughts on Freaks. I definitely have to say this is one of the most surprising films I've watched this year. This is a movie I had no real intention of watching. I came across this by chance, and so I wasn't really expecting much. I knew that Emile Hirsch was starring in it, and Bruce Dern as well. So those are two actors that I've known, and Bruce Dern especially, I've grown up watching his films, and so that was something that gave me a little bit of curiosity, but it wasn't a movie that I was actually going out there to seek out. So when I saw the film, I had the expectations that, okay, maybe it's going to be okay, but I come away from this movie really enjoying it because it understands everything to captivate an audience and to really execute that captivating quality that it has. Now, to start off with, you have to build a platform in a film, and this movie builds that platform to absolute perfection. What that platform is giving you an insight into this world. It's a very paranoid world, it's a very claustrophobic world, and the atmosphere just puts you into that moment with this family. Is that the father? What is he all about? Why is he so paranoid? Is there danger outside, or is this father just being overprotective? And why is he being overprotective? And so is this little girl going to go outside? Is this girl going to be in trouble if she goes outside? So there's all these questions that are beg answering, and the movie doesn't answer those questions straight away. So it gives time for that build-up. It gives time for that build-up of anticipation that a lot of directors fail to do. A lot of directors have a great idea, but they don't know how to execute that idea in a feature-length movie. Is that there are holes in the film where you don't quite enjoy it as much, but I believe that Freaks, the directors really understood how to captivate an audience and how to play off that captivation, how to play on that suspense, how to play on the atmospheric tension of being enclosed inside this house. And so it's like this house is the universe, and outside you start to use your imagination. You know, are there monsters outside? Are there killers outside? You know, what is this family in danger? But as I said, it's in contrast with the feeling that maybe this is a movie that's not paranormal, it's not supernatural. Maybe this is a movie about is the father actually the evil one? And so all that cloud of uncertainty creates that suspense, and the suspense just really sucks you in, and you really want to know how this movie is going to unfold. And when it's time to reveal everything, as I said, it doesn't reveal everything too early, and so when it reveals, this is where it kicks into the thriller aspect. And I thought the thriller aspect and the action sort of sequences are done very, very well, and it's just a very rewarding way to cap off what was that very slow tension, that slow burn quality that the start of this movie had. And so it does answer its questions, but I thought it answers its questions in a way where it doesn't take too long to answer those questions. And so it doesn't use up its aces too quickly. And so it's a very self-aware film, and it knows exactly how to really execute a very, very solid thriller. So I was on the edge of my seat for the majority of this movie. I just thought to myself, all right, well, okay, there is an invisible presence that's really playing that very unsettling role. So the cinematography was excellent. As I said, you don't know whether or not this is a supernatural film or a movie grounded in reality, and so it has that uncertainty that's seeping through in the cinematography. It's a very bleak looking film, it's a very dirty looking film, and I just thought to myself, is this the end of the world? Is the outside world something that is not reality? And so it has that sort of quirkiness that science fiction movies possess, and I thought the quirkiness really got inside the mindset of everyone involved, and it gets inside the mind of the viewer, and it just makes you feel uncomfortable, and it gives you that thriller aspect. I thought the acting was fantastic, especially this little girl. And I also thought the acting from Emile Hirsch was fantastic, and Bruce Dern's cameo as this ice cream truck driver was fantastic as well. And so everything starts to develop. There are some plot twists, and as the plot twists, the story evolves and it snowballs in a way where I thought as though, okay, there wasn't really a wasted opportunity in this film. So you've got some violence in the movie that is, as I said, it's a rewarding payoff for that anticipation, that psychological study. So this movie is a psychological thriller, and then it really hits you on a visual thriller. And so I thought that was all very good. And there are some themes in the film that I'm not going to give anything away, so I don't want to spoil it, but there are some themes in this movie that will make you think about how we treat certain people and how we treat one another. So I have to be very careful not to give any spoilers, but I thought the overall themes that the movie is depicting gives you that sense of entertainment, gives you that sense of theatrics, but at the same time something that you can think about in everyday life, especially in today's society. So the runtime was fantastic, as I said. A lot of this film, it really, really works. There is replay value. There are some touching moments. I thought the relationship between father and daughter was present. I thought they were right, well, that's authentic, and I could feel danger for them around every corner. As I said, it's that slow tension, it's that really good platform that these directors managed to create that really pays dividends by the time this film finishes. And so I thought it was a really, really good movie. It's not a masterpiece, but it's certainly a lot better than I thought it would be. If you are a fan of science fiction film, then I would highly recommend you check out Freaks. I'm going to give this movie 4 stars. Alright guys, that's it for my review. Until next time, keep watching movies and I'll see you later.